Wow, what a crowd, what a group. I am just thrilled and honored to be here with all of you, the firefighters, first responders. Thank you for the invitation to be here, and thank you for that kind introduction. And our friendship spans over years and years, doesn't it, Mr. President? As you may have heard, we have just had a very, very long, busy, but successful legislative session, which literally just wrapped up last night, literally just a few hours ago, and arguably hasn't completely wrapped up as we will be returning on Thursday for the budget. I can't think of a better way for me to celebrate session and all of our successes than to be here with you all this morning. President Schaeferger, not only do I thank you for bringing me here today, but also for your help, for your support, for your assistance in bringing the majority to the Virginia House of Delegates. Without you, without your team, and without all your support, we would not be where we are today. I also want to extend my appreciation to General Secretary Treasurer Edward Kelly and also the entire IAFF Executive Board. I must also recognize the Virginia Professional Firefighters President Robbie Bragg of the 4th District, Vice President Andy Patalis, and my own 2068 Firefighters Union President Ron Cooley. And I'm also sure I have another friend here, President Cooley's predecessor and my friend and also constituent John Nemec. How lucky am I that Fairfax County, my home district, is where President Schaeferger began his career. The reforms and policies that you've advocated in Fairfax County and later as VPFF president led the way to so many significant protections for your members. President Schaeferger, President Bragg, President Cooley were among the first union leaders to work with us, to commit, to make it to a priority that we were going to take back the House and support a vision. Support a vision for a Virginia that can be one of the best places in the country to live, one of the best places in the country to work, one of the best places in the country to raise a family. Their early leadership and support helped others to see that it could be done, that we could do it. That's one thing about firefighters. You act decisively, you believe in teamwork, you're loyal, and you put yourselves on the line for things that you truly believe in. Now, to me, that is leadership. On behalf of all of my colleagues in the House of Delegates and citizens throughout the Commonwealth, we are indebted to the 8,000 professional firefighters and paramedics fighting for us day in and day out throughout the Commonwealth. And to all of you representing the thousands and thousands of professional firefighters throughout the country, there is no way, no sufficient way to say thank you for what you do every single day. You put yourselves in the line of harm. You put yourselves on that front line to ensure that your communities are safe. There is nothing more notable or valuable. We need more people like you in our world today. You have a moral compass and a core that is sorely lacking in so many parts of the world. You have a sense of duty, a sense of honor, compassion, and public service that is truly beyond reproach. And for that, we as elected officials must ensure that your sacrifices and your hard work are rewarded. I am well aware that there are forces out there that are trying to stop you from being able to organize, trying to stop you from being able to collectively bargain for better working conditions, benefits, compensation, pensions. Groups that the Koch brothers fund like ALEC and Americans for Prosperity have made it their mission to deny working people a voice or even an opportunity to organize. And I stand with you against those attacks. As you probably know, many of those same forces fought me or us. They didn't want us to get the majority. They knew that if we won, we would actually try to level the playing field. They want a world where the haves continue to get more and the workers and the middle class get less and less. In November, we told them they were not going to win this time, not this round. And this session, we were able to move forward for workers. We were able to move forward the people of Virginia whose voices hadn't been heard literally in decades. We have a lot to do, but what we did is start down a path that puts people first. The new House majority delivered on progress that had been long, long overdue. Virginia has long been a place that was welcoming for business. And in fact, last year we reclaimed the #1 ranking for the best state in the country for business, along with our AAA bond rating. And while that's important, what isn't always mentioned is that when those rankings were touted, is that Virginia was amongst the last for workers. Not something to be proud of. I always do my best to mention them both at the same time. We can't be best for one while a detriment to the other. I reject the notion over and over again that a state that is good for business is bad for workers. Workers are the backbone of our economy. Public service, private sector, all together make up the valuable workforce needed to run a strong economy and also a successful state. We can be both. We can be great and the best state for business and the best state for workers as well. We did begin to make that happen this year. That was what this session was all about. But we know we have a way to go. And with your continued support and teamwork, we will do it. 2 months ago, we set out to transform business as usual in Virginia. One way we did that was we decided to remove the prohibition on collective bargaining for local employees. Thank you for helping to make that happen. I recall sitting down, I don't even remember when it was, Mr. President, chatting with you and discussing this course, this plan, and with President Cooley and others. Now, our local safety officers like you who fight for the public good day in and day out will finally have a seat at the table to collectively bargain. To collectively bargain for safe working conditions, for better hours, for well-deserved compensation, for a retirement plan that will protect workers in our senior years. The new House majority in the Commonwealth of Virginia is also standing up for the health of our first responders. This year, we finally, after years of attempts, finally secured coverage for PTSD under the Virginia Workers' Compensation Act. Big deal. And as President Cooley and President Shaberger know, I've been fighting for this coverage for years. It is undeniable that our public safety employees are at a significant higher risk for behavioral health concerns, issues that arose directly from your selfless acts every single day. First responders in Virginia will now no longer face systemic stigma related to unseen psychological illnesses. Those individuals will no longer be ignored and will no longer be forced to feel alone in their fight. Instead, our first responders will receive the support they deserve. First responders will also have access to peer programs, which are the linchpin of support networks, and so crucial. And we will continue to have the backs of first responders on the road to strengthening mental health resiliency. What I learned from people like President Shapeberger and Bragg Cooley and other members of the VPFF is that one of the biggest threats to the health of firefighters is the prolonged exposure to harmful substances in the line of duty. Even with the best personal protective gear, exposure is clearly unavoidable. More must be done to prevent that exposure, and we also need to do more, so much more, once that exposure happens. Presently, the workers' compensation system makes it incredibly difficult and expensive and burdensome to award benefits to a firefighter battling cancer. In Virginia this year, we fought and were successful to add brain, colon, and testicular cancer to the list of diseases covered by workers' compensation for all firefighters, something we're so proud of. We fought again this year, the difference being this year, we won. When our firefighters face the physical and emotional burden of healthcare difficulty, they will no longer face the added burden of unreasonable additional insurance paperwork. After removing the prohibition on collective bargaining and expanding the workers' compensation coverages, we did not stop. We didn't stop there. We then also funded the gap in line of duty death benefits, providing benefits to the children of first responders who are killed or disabled in the line of duty. Now, we have ensured that the families of our fallen heroes are cared for when their loved ones tragically make the ultimate sacrifice. While we have made so much progress this session, there is still so much more to do. I will continue to work closely with my friends at the IAFF, PF, VPFF, Firefighters Local 2068, and President Shapeberger, Bragg, and Cooley, as well as all of you, to ensure that our first responders, you all who tirelessly and selflessly serve the public and our communities every single day, receive the honor, receive the gratitude, and the support, legislatively and otherwise, that you so truly deserve. Thank you for your tireless public service each day, and I want you to know that Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and our nation are truly better because of your selflessness and hard work, and I look forward to continuing our work together. Thank you for the invitation to be here today.